So last session we learnt about how to handle routing. So that routing flow diagram I will upload to you. So I explained a routing diagram, just a high level flow I showed, because that you will learn one more time while learning component life cycle and React entire process. So when we discuss component life cycle, I will explain that one more time. So I will upload all that concept. So yesterday, when we designed the basic routes, so we are having a few components here, and we discussed about how to use a browser router and routes and route and link. These we used actually. Yesterday we learned how to use them. What is browser router? It translates the virtual DOM routes into actual DOM. So all the routing must be inside the scope of browser router. Route related any component you are using is it must be inside the scope of browser router. What is routes? It is a collection of routes. So a set of routes and child routes are present there. Every individual route is configured using route. Navigation is managed using link, right? Now let's see more about this routing concepts, how they work. First, important, uh, we need to know about wildcard routes. So route path. Today we'll see some points about route path. So what is this route path and what is the purpose of route path is? Route path defines how the client request can be. If the client request is matching with the path, then it will return some content. So what is the route path? It refers to client request for any specific component. So it refers to client request for any specific component. It refers to client request for any specific component. So here, generally we write like this: route path is equal to here request. First point I will tell you here. Now here, generally when you define the route path, you can configure wildcard routes. You can configure wildcard routes. So you can configure the wildcard routes. Wildcards are nothing but some special characters. So here, generally, what is the special character route here is, we have two wildcards. One is so slash. one wildcard is slash. Slash is one wildcard. So it refers to the client request. It refers to the client request if it is not for any specific path. It refers to the client request if it is not for any specific path. That means client is not requesting any specific. So actually it can be considered as default route. It can be considered as a default route. So it can be considered as default route. That means if client is not requesting any specific, generally client needs to request anything. So for example, let's see the point here. In our project, so we have, yeah, in this example, let's run this. In this example, if I am not requesting anything, by default, I am not requesting anything, then it is not rendering anything. It can't be like that. For example, you opened Amazon and you are not selecting anything. It will not show anything. No, by default, it will show something. Na? That is what the slash is. Slash indicates what to show if client is not requesting any specific. So then what we define here, we will go to this, and in the routes here, actually the home is going to come when user requests home. Even he doesn't request home, we have to get the home. Then we will put here a span. So first, not required here. This is span now. Here we need to write. Here we need to define route. If route path is slash, that means if user is not requesting anything out of this, then the element that should come is home. We can get the home content. What is it? Tutorial home. It should get the tutorial home. That means you can see that tutorial home will come by default. So you can see in the URL, we are not requesting anything. We are not requesting anything. So in the tutorial home, suppose I am giving an ordered list. So list item. So Java tutorial something. So React tutorial like this. This is by default displayed there. You selected some weather, it will get the weather. You selected React tutorial, it will get Java tutorial, it will get. And if I am not requesting anything in the URL, it is empty. Then by default, home will come. Now, what we can do in the route tutorial index in the route, this is not required. So this is not required. Then if anybody clicks home, it should directly just use this now. It should directly return to that particular path. That means it should just link to slash. So that means what happens? When I click home, here Java and again home, it should get me that home. And if I'm accessing home, it will not show me anything in the URL. That's what the internal technique used. If you observed your projects, in the projects you have a index.html. You just run the server application. By default, index HTML will come. Am I right? How? Means how by default index is coming if I am not requesting anything. That is because of this type of routing internally working inside the server. So technically, if you are not requesting anything, then what to render? That is defined by using this wildcard route, that is slash. Now, another wildcard route is asterisk. Another wildcard route is asterisk. What does asterisk refers to is if user is requesting something but it is not there, then what to do? That is decided using asterisk. Asterisk is actually a wildcard which returns 404 for the request if it is not found. That means when the requested URL is not correct, they requested, but it's not correct, means it is not there in the list. Then what to do? It is decided by using asterisk. So it renders content when the requested path not found. It renders content when the requested path not found. If the requested path is not found, it is going to render that content. So here, what does that means? You are requesting some CSS in the URL, but there is no CSS. Then it shows generally empty. Instead of empty, you can see here, you can see, I will give here wildcard route. Always it is recommended to keep the asterisk wildcard route as last route. Generally, some versions don't have any order dependency for that, but these days they are strict in order. They ask to keep all the not found, especially at the bottom, last route. That means how do we define route? So if route path is what? Asterisk, then what is the element? Here, element can be a component, or you can render directly any markup if you want. You can render one component, or you can render some code snippet. That means you can render some dynamically generated container. Like I put a div. Inside the div, I keep a heading. So I said not found. So, and we put some paragraph. So page you requested, so not found, like this. Now this I will put some class name, text danger, like this. And you can see, so text warning is better. Okay, and you can see it shows that not found, page you requested not found, because I am using CSS in the top. Suppose I return Java there, it is showing it. I am not requesting anything, then it will get the home. I requested some JS, there is no JS, then it will say not found. We can create one component, put some image, put some content and display, or you can just show like this. So technically, if any specific request is not available, then you can configure. So in the route path, one more important is these two are wildcard routes. How you define wildcard routes. Another important is here. So route path refers to element. Route path refers to element. And what is that? Which can be a component or any JSX, any dynamically generated JSX fragment. Dynamically generated JSX fragment. You can define any dynamically generated JSX fragment. So syntactically, we have route path slash. So here, and we define element is equal to some component, which you saw already, or route path is asterisk and element can be any markup. You can say any fragment. Dynamically, you can put any fragment. So you can directly put any fragment to render. Now inside this child routes and so many things can be there, we will see, because level by level we will see the concept. Concept, first level, you should know how to design simple route. That means how user can navigate from one location to another, from one component to another. So that is one concept we have designed. That is, we have what? Route path. Next important, you understood the path is defined with wildcards also, and exactly matching content will request, and it will show that particular component. That is one concept. Now, once we know this, next important, in the route, we need to know about route parameters. How we configure the parameters, how we handle the parameters. Let's see. So after the route path, next important is route parameters. Another important, route parameters. Route parameters. Generally, the purpose of parameter is 2 points. For example, you are requesting, here you can see, you are requesting Java tutorial. When I click, Java path will be set and Java tutorial will come. In the Java, I want to search for any particular topic and watch only that. That means I want to query some information inside that particular component. Means it is rendering which component? Java. In Java component, so much is there. I want to just render and return only what I am looking for. That means we want to query something inside a component and return only that. And that can be done by using parameters. Generally, we can do that in our normal web applications. We can do that by using query string. By using query string, we can search for any particular topic and return the topic. But here we have two options. We can use route parameters. We can use query string also. And here we don't call it as query string. We call it as search parameters. Parameters are categorized into two: route parameters and search parameters. Search parameters will directly refer to the query string. We will see both techniques, how we can do. Yesterday, I showed you when I explained about user-friendly URL. I showed you that the URLs with query string is lengthy. Without query string are simple, so that you can just exactly query what you are looking for. So route parameters, one purpose is you can query any content and you can display that content. Another purpose is transporting data from one component to another. You can navigate from one component to another. While navigating, you saw that parent can send data to child. You saw child can send data to parent. But if you are navigating from completely one component to another, different, how you transport data from one component to another. So many techniques you will learn, and one technique in them is by using route parameters. By using route parameters, you can transport data from one component to another. For example, currently I am in Java tutorial. From Java tutorial, when I navigate to React tutorial, I can carry some data from there to there. And React tutorial is not a child of Java tutorial. It is a separate one. If it is child, we can use props drilling or we can use context if it is controlled. But if it is completely new component, then once you move from one component to another, the memory is erased. Then how you can transport the data? By using route parameters. So we have two initial uses for the route parameters. You can transport data and we can allow to query any content directly from the URL. That means we can query any content inside the component. That can be done using route parameters. So what are route parameters is? So route parameter, route parameter is appended into the current route path. Route parameter is appended into the current route path. So it is used to query any content directly in the current context, or it is also used to transport data from one component to another. Transport data from one component to another. So route parameter is appended into the current route path. How it is appended? How to configure the parameters? So we have to configure the parameters. So parameter is configured in route path by using slash colon. So it is configured in the route path by using slash colon. So you can configure multiple parameters because there can be multiple search queries. So how you configure that is syntactically, we have a route path. Here you define the path name. Suppose I am searching for products and it is going to return all the products. When it is going to return all the products, I don't want all products, I want specific category. Then what we can do is we can put slash colon category. So we are expecting a category. Not only category, slash colon, we can expect any product. We can say slash colon. So slash colon, it can be some rating, price, anything we can define. That means we are having multiple parameters here, multiple parameters. You can have multiple parameters. They are defined like this, and we have an element. Element is rendering your component. Any component, any markup, it is rendering. You can configure the parameters like this. That means now the product's path is expecting how many, it is having 3 keys. What are those keys? Category, product, and rating. We have 3 keys. How do we pass values into this? So the values into parameters are defined from URL. So the values into parameters are defined from URL. How is? Suppose http colon double slash some local host 5173. Yeah? What is port number? 5173. In that we have products, in that electronics, in that mobiles, and in that, so some 4 like that. So all the parameters related values are passed directly with slash slash slash. But configuration is done with slash colon. We pass by using slash. So now what is the point here? The category is a parameter. Into that, what is the value stored? Electronics. Product is a parameter. Into that, mobile is stored. And the rating is the parameter in that 4 is stored. Now remember, here you don't have any greater than, less than, equal, not equal, like that conditions. Here parameter have a key and value. Value is passed. That value is collected, and on that different conditions can be applied. Right? So here query is a string. Query is an key value collection. It contains keys and values. And the route parameters that you configured are keys, and these are the values. Now the question is, we need to collect them, and we need to use them for filtering, sorting, searching, and all. How to collect the parameters. How we can collect the parameters. In JavaScript, you already learned query string. How to pass query string, how to collect query string. Query string is collected with location search. No? Here, how we can collect the route parameters. So you can access the route parameters. You can access the route parameters. So we can access the route parameters by using so we can access the route parameters by using the hook use params. So by using the hook use params. So actually this use params, so it is a hook of React router DOM library. It is a hook of React router DOM library. It's not directly the React hook. So what is this use params? It returns an object which contains all the keys and values. So what it is going to return? It returns an object with the key and value collection. It is going to return one object with key and value collection. So let's see. So what we need to do is syntactically in any component, if you want to access, then what you have to do, let params is equal to use params. That's it. It is going to collect all the route parameters and store in this location. Now, how do we access the parameters now? You know that this is going to return an object with a key and value now. Then how you access? We access like this. Params dot, what is the key? Category. Params dot product and params dot rating. We can access like this. It refers to the key and value. So if you can access, we can directly use it. Now let's see one example for this. First, I will show you a basic how the parameters are used. Then we will implement in one scenario. Let's see. First, okay. So I'm expecting some React tutorial. Whenever I open this React tutorial, in this React tutorial, I want some topic to query. I want to query some topics and subtopic we need to do. So see, React is not individually required. It is required with some query. So see what we are doing. So let's go to home. Yeah. In the React path, we are expecting slash colon and we have topic. So that is a parameter. Another parameter slash colon subtopic like this. We can have any number of parameters. I'm having two parameters. One is topic and subtopic. Okay. Now here, suppose I'm using suppose slash colon duration means we are having some options. Okay. Now this React, whenever is requested, it must be configured with the parameters. That means if a route is defined with parameters, every parameter is mandatory. Every parameter is the required parameter. You cannot skip. You cannot skip the parameters. So here, one more important point. Every parameter is a required parameter. Every parameter is a required parameter. Every parameter is a required parameter. So it is mandatory to configure a value for every parameter in route path. It is mandatory to configure a value for every parameter in route path. You can define, you have to define the parameter. So you cannot skip that. So now see what will happen is here I am requesting from the URL or here also, but here we don't pass any query there. So initially I'm requesting here slash React. We have a React path, but it is not empty. It is expecting some parameters. When I enter, you can see it shows not found. Why not found? Because it is expecting parameters and you are not passing parameters. That means your requested path and the existing path is not matching. Okay, let's pass. How many parameters I need to pass? 3. One is topic. Here we don't need to pass keys, only value. Suppose topic is components and the subtopic is controlled components. Controlled components. You can use spaces or anything in the URL. But when you type any spaces or anything in the URL, it will mark them up with some special characters because space is not allowed in the URL. And slash one more duration is 2 hours, something like this. Now, when I hit enter, remember, we are not collecting the parameters. We are just passing. And when you are passing the parameters, the route will match. Then it is going to get React. React is coming because all the parameters it is expecting are correctly passed. But we are not collecting the parameters. We have to collect the parameters and use them. Where to do that in that React tutorial? Na? So go to React tutorial. In the React tutorial, how you collect the parameters, we have to import, what is it? Use params from React router DOM. From React router DOM, we have to import, and here we will create a simple reference called, what is it? Params is equal to use params. Use params. That's it. Now here we are defining a simple data list. So topic data definition. Here we have to get the params dot topic. And we have another one is subtopic and data definition. We have params dot subtopic and we have duration. So we have simply some definition params dot duration and it should get that and show them. That means whatever you passed in the URL, it is collecting and using them. We can directly modify from 2 hours to 3 hours, enter. It is changed there. That means we can directly pass the data into this and it will accept. How many parameters are defined, the same values we need to pass. And how do we collect the parameters and use the parameters? So let's design this in one example. Now, if I want the same thing to happen when they click this React tutorial, when I click React tutorial, the link is not passing values. You see now it shows not found. Why? Because the link that we created in the tutorial index, the link we created for React, this is not having values now. So two, here we have to pass the options. Suppose hooks, and here we will use state management. So, or say state hooks, something like this. And suppose 4 hours. And you can see now what we are doing is I click on this, it should get me that and display. That means when you configure a link should pass all the parameters into that. Otherwise, the link also will not work. If route is expecting parameters, it is mandatory to pass the parameters. It is mandatory. So how you define the route parameters and use them? This is one example. Let's create one example. This is not example, just syntax I showed you. Let's create one example now. With the route parameters, we will see one example. Let's take any real-time API. So we have a fake store API. It is working fine. You can see it's working fine. Okay. Let's design one interface. I will close all this. I will create a separate screen here. I will go to SRC. In SRC, I will create one separate folder called this is fake store. Fake store is a folder. Okay, means I want to just design this was as a single interface with some components. Okay, in fake store, it will start with let's go and add some components into this. Fake store index.jsx, fake store home dot what JSX. Okay, fake store products dot JSX and fake store details dot JSX. We have some components. What is the hierarchy? I will explain. It means what we want to try now first. Simple. What is the hierarchy we need to design here is what we want is here user when opens our project, he will get a fake store index component. That means whenever our application start, the application will start with fake store index. Inside this fake store index, inside the fake store index, we will display the fake store home. Inside the index, we will display the home. In the fake store index, we will display the home. The index in the default will be home. In this home, we will put some, in this home, we will put some categories. Electronics, fashion, or say electronics, jewelry, like this. They have those two categories. I want like this. That means when anybody opens the fake store screen, you can see The fake store home will come. In that it will show the categories. Now user can click on a category. Which category he wants, he can click on a category. When user clicks on any category, what we want here is when user selects any category. Now, if user selects a category, some electronics or something like that, when user selects the category, what we want here is we want to display from home, we need to move to another category, means another component. We need to go to products. That means from home, we need to go to fake store products. So that means user will be navigated from home to products. In the products, it should display. So it should display the electronic products. Am I right? Electronic products, because he selected electronics. Electronic products, we can display their names, we can display their photo, right? That means electronic products, suppose those products related images must come. That means the product related images must display like this. Whatever images are there, we want to display those products. And from here, we want to put another navigation. This is back to categories. Understood? When user clicks on the back to categories, usually it will get back to the categories here now. That means it will go back to the categories. That means from this, they can come back now. By using back to categories, they can come back here. That means it is going to get back into the categories and display there. That's what we want to do. One more is when user clicks on any product. When user clicks on any product, one photo he chooses, then what should happen is it should get me another component. This is details. It is details. Now in this, what it should do is it should display the detail of that particular product. Suppose they selected TV details should come. Am I right? That means suppose they selected this product, then what should happen is this product related details should come here. All the details should come for that particular product. And from here, again, they should able to navigate. They should able to navigate back now. They should able to navigate back. That means it should go back to the products. That is the simple interaction we want to design. This is first level because I told you there are so many points. So this is first level. So that means here, what it will have an option. What is it? Back to products. It will get back to the products. From products, he can go back to categories. This is the hierarchy we need to create. Now, how many components are required here? 4, na? Index is the first component. So inside index, all the routing is defined, right? And index will start with one component inside called home, right? In index, home will come. From home, products, details, and also startup component is one, right? So application starts with index. And in that, first it renders home. Let's see how we can design this now. That's the interface. I hope you understood the flow. Right. Let's create this now. We will go to fake store index. Just first export function fake store index. So we will create a simple index. So container fluid. Okay. Fake store. This is products. Okay, this is fake store home, home, and this is fake store details. Fake store details. Okay. Now here, first we will create the fake store index, and it will start with index. It will start with the tutorial. This is what fake store index. It will start with fake store index. Application will start with fake store index. Okay, let's design the index. I will not take complex, simple design we will create. So let's go to fake store index. Then here we need to use, what is it? Browser router. All the routes must be inside the scope of the browser router. And here we will put a header at the top. Just header will have a heading with some span and class bi bag, suppose like this, and we put some shopping. So this is just the shopping. Okay, and you can see it starts with that, right? And here class bg dark, text white, and just text center. So it is there, and padding is 2. Fine. Just roughly I added the basic here. Okay. Later we will design a complex interactions. First, in this, after header we have section. In this section we need to configure the routes. In that, what is the route? Route path. First route path is slash. If user is not requesting anything, first it should get which one? It should get fake store home na. Yeah. Make sure that it is imported here. Automatically your VS Code will import it. Otherwise, manually you need to import that. Okay. So it is imported. So fake store home is imported, and now here below fake store home will come. Actually, here we will put a heading. So this is the heading called shopping home. Okay, that is the home. Shopping home is the content which will come here. URL I need to clean up, na? Yeah, that is the shopping home. And this will have margin top 5, some gap. Just roughly I given that shopping home at the top. Now, what should happen in shopping home? We need to display all the product categories. Whatever product categories they are having, we need to show all those product categories. So we have some work in this home. We need to create a constant, and that is categories and we need what? Set categories is equal to use state. We are expecting, so here the categories. So we will use a function load categories. And load categories will use Axios get na. So fake store api.com slash what products slash categories. It will return all the categories. Response we will get, and we will put here set categories is response dot what data. Okay, load all the categories on component mount. Use effect on the component mount face. We will load the categories. Okay, and we will print the categories below. And for that, I will use an unordered list. I will give class as list group, and I will keep W25, and we will put here categories.map. Categories.map. So we need to read every category. And for every category, we need to generate an option. Option will have a key category and option will have the category. Value also category. But here we will use, sorry, this is not option li na, because we are creating OL, right? And here we will put a class list group item and list group item can have action. Actually, it is nothing but color. Action is one color, contextual color, and you can see that all those are displayed there. So all the categories are displayed here. I will use list group item some primary. Then it will get that primary design. Just I am giving. These are all the categories we are having. Better I will keep dark secondary. Okay, it will keep it like this. Okay, now the point is here, those names and one more I will give margin y2, some gap will come better, right? And what we will do is the category name we will display into uppercase. So that is the category names in uppercase we will get shop, electronics, jewelry, men's clothing and all. Okay, that is fine. Shopping, home is there. But they must be clickable. Electronics, jewelry, they must be clickable. When I click them, they should navigate to products route. In the products route, we need to send the category name and it should display that category related products. So we need another route path in the index. In the index from home, where they will navigate products, right? Then route path. So we have a route path. It will navigate to slash. What is it? Products. Into that, we are expecting a category name to be passed. So this route path is expecting a parameter slash colon. What is the parameter? Category. And then it should render which element it should render? Fake store products. Fake store products it should render. That means when you request the product should render, here I will put a header simply like products. Am I right? Now what should happen is in the home, this word must be clickable. Am I right? Then I will put that in a span. I will put in a link element. Am I right? We will put a link element. This link is the router link. In that link, we will put the category name in uppercase. Now, when user clicks the link, it should navigate to which location? It should navigate to products. That means it should navigate to products. I am giving the products. So products is expecting category name. Without passing category name, I cannot access. It will say not found. So we are expecting slash category name. Now category name is dynamically coming from the category. So this can be better a binding expression with a backtick. So backtick is recommended and we are expecting what? Products slash into the products slash the value. Value is coming dynamically dollar block from which location? Category. Okay. Now see what happens here. These are all present. I will remove this link class. I will give the class name BTN. They will have a button style of appearance. Now, when I click on electronics, jewelry, men's clothing, women's clothing like this, you click on jewelry, then it will go to products. it will go to the products. You can see at the top into the products, jewelry is possible. So we need to collect the jewelry and display only jewelry products here. Am I right? So here, let's go to the products. Here, initially, margin top 5 or 4. Here we will put another link. This should say back to categories, na? And it should go to home. That means it should link to slash. Am I right? Now you can see there is back to categories. It will get back to the category. So slash is not there. Some problem. Link to slash. Where is it? In the index. In the route path. So it is fake store products. Let's check what issue came. Some issue is there. What is that? Acha. Properties of map is not there because we haven't initialized this array. Na? Where is it? In fake store home, this initial state is empty. It is actually an array. Array, na? What type of data is expected? This is recommended to define about the type I told you, na? Right. That's the problem now. It's okay. Now you can see I click on men's clothing or something. It will get back to this categories. And I click on back to categories. It will get back to the categories. Now when I click electronics, it gets the products. And here electronic products photos must come. Right? So what we have to do in the products component, collect the parameter, get only the products belong to that category and use them. Am I right? Okay. So what we are expecting here now, let's go to the products component. In the products component, I'm expecting constant products, set products. So set products and we are expecting a state. It is an array of object. Every product have a title and price. It's a number. So image is a string. So null. And we have description. Description is null. It have rating. Category. Category is also null. Rating is an object. Rate is number, count is also number. We know the fake store data already. Huh? Yeah. Now LET we need params is equal to what is it? Use params because it should collect the parameter. Now what should happen is here function load products. It should load axios dot get. Okay. What is the URL? https:// fake store api.com/products/category name. Then it will return only that product that belong to the category. Category name is dynamically coming from params. Params.category na. So that is the route parameter name. Dot then what we have to do? Get the response and set products. What is it? Response dot what? Data. And load all the products here. So we have use effect and we will load all the products there. Then we will use load products. It is going to load the products. And here I want to just display all the products in a card style. Roughly, I will keep a div so that I can later put some styles for that. You can see we need to read all the products and we need to map, and every product will have Actually, every product have a ID also. Huh? So product ID is what? 0. Okay. Now every product related, we will, for every product, we will design a card, small card. Class name we will use as card. So this is margin 2, padding 2, that is the card. In the card, we will put an image. So class as card image top. And this image source src is dynamically coming from product dot what image. And this card will have a style. It will have a width, some 150 pixel small. And this image will have a height as some 100 pixel. Now you can see that all the product images will come electronics. It has to get all the electronic products and display. Now here one more problem. What is it? Every reference have an issue here. XML HTTP key property, and it is blocked by course products slash categories. Category. I will see here what is the URL. URL problem is there. Products slash categories. No, actually what URL they have? Fake store API slash products slash categories. Categories, not categories, category slash electronics. They don't have that. Categories, categories slash electronics. That is also not there. Products slash electronic category. Let's see their URLs. We will see. They have route path. What are the route paths? Redox. And they have all products. Specific category related products. And single product is there. Actually products, delete product and all, get all product, get single product. They have removed that. Earlier they used to have it, but now they removed that path. Products get will return all products. Adding the product is this. Get a single product is there. And product by categories they haven't kept. They removed it, I think. Recently they removed that. No problem. How we can get? We can filter na, right? Actually, earlier they used to have that path. Recently, I think they changed it. The actually the path is products slash category name. It will get that category products. No problem. How do we get the products if this is not working? Products will get all the products na. Okay. All the products will come. So what we will do in the products, we need to filter na. Filter. What is it? So product implies product dot. What is it? Category is matching with what? Params. Params dot what? Category. So we will filter manually if they don't provide, no problem, right? Because all products are coming, we can filter only the products that belong to the category, and we can do, array filter method na? So it will match the exact product and it will get written all the products that belong to category. So you see, we are using that now. And here we will request some again problem. Product category. So params dot category, where is that route path? So in the products, let's first check the data. So what it is having, response dot data. Yeah, I will console log response dot what data. This is all need to be done because recently they cleaned up, they deleted all that. So Axios is having problem. I will clean up this also first. Axios is having problem, and so here fake store api.com/what products. Some problem in the API. Now it is fine. The data is coming. Some problem in their API server only. It's not responding frequently. So that is the issue. No problem. Huh? So now in that we need to do what? Filter na? Filter the product whose product dot what category is matching with params dot what category. Okay. And it should get only the products that belong to that category. That means 6 products are coming. It is going to get and display those 6 products. It is getting the 6 products. That is working fine. So we will put this into where we have to do set products. We will put into set products. Now we can map this. So here we have to use products dot what map, read every product. So and design a div. I deleted that actually. Yeah. Class is a card, margin 2, padding 2, and here style. So width is 150 pixel and 100 pixel is enough. Okay. And this will have a key also. Key is product dot ID. And here we need to display an image div. I'll just put a div. This is class as card header. In that I will put an image. So class card image top. And here we have to put src. Src is what? Product dot what? Image. Height is equal to 100. And you can see all the products need to come here. It is displaying all the products. Huh? All the products, but we need to keep all these products class dflex, flex wrap, flex row, and I will just keep simply style. So width as suppose 600 pixel only, so that it will wrap if there are many. Okay. So under this now every product height is small, 50 is enough. Small products will come. You go back to the categories and jewelry products will come. So go back to the categories, men's clothing, those products will come. Now below every product, we need details button. Am I right? So in this div, we will put another one. Okay, what is the class name? Card footer. In the card footer, we will put a link. This link should have details, and I will put this to initially it will go to slash which one details, but it is not designed. We have to design it. I will put a class btn dark w100. Then you will see it will be like a details button. So width is not enough for that. It will get the details button like this. 130, 140 looks fine. Now, when user clicks on this details, that particular product detail should come. Right now, I will go back to the categories and I select some electronics. Electronic products will come. Right. So we are clicking on the details. Then the detail of that product should come. But it is not designed. So what we need to do, let's go into the index. Here we need to create. What is that we have to create? Route path. It should be, so it is slash what? Details. I will explain when to use slash, when to not to use slash. Later we will see that point. Next level we are going to discuss that. That's important topic in interviews also. Now here details slash, what is the category name? Here details is expecting ID. If you pass the product ID, we can bring that particular product and we can display only the products that belong to that ID. So what we are doing on this, it should render which element? It should render the element. What is that element? Fake store details. Fake store details element it should render. Let's go to the details. I'll keep some margin top 4 and here I put a heading for details. Am I right? And here I want to display the detail of the product. So here this time we need to load the product. LET params is equal to, what is it? Use params. And we need same like products. Only one product we have to collect now. I will copy this and I will configure use state here. Actually, we need to import. So you have to import use state. Okay. And this time it is only one product now. Set product. It is not array. It is only one object. We are expecting only one product. And how to load the product this time we know that. Function, what is it? Load product. What is that? Axios dot get. Get what? https:// fake store api.com/products/id. ID is coming from params.id. Okay, dot then get the response and load this into set product response dot find. And on use effect, so we need to load that product details. So just what we do, load product. And what we need to do here, we need to display the product details. So I will put a simple data list, data term. This is title. Data definition. Here we need to get product dot title. You can show like a card or something. Preview. So preview, I will define here image na. So this is product dot image. So width of image is 200, height of image is 200. One more, we want price, and here we need to display the product. Yeah, product dot what price. Dot to local string en-us. So currency I will give style na. So we need to put a style here. Yeah. And what is that style? Currency. Currency is USD. I'm just giving that here. And below this, we need one more button. What is that link? Back to, back to what products na? How to get back to the products? To. Here we need a binding expression. Here it should go back to where? Products slash, we have slash products, and what is the ID? ID, category name na? Products is expecting category name, product dot what? Category. Then it will get back to the products. So here details we need to pass with parameter. Okay, this is the home. We will go into, and the details is clickable now. So here in products, this details is clickable, and it will go to details. Into the details, we have to pass the ID. So here, what is it? Dynamically, we need slash what? Details slash, we need to pass the ID. ID is coming from product ID. Now you can see, I click on this electronics or jewelry. I click on details, the detail will come. I'm clicking on back to products. It will get back to the products, back to categories, get back to categories. So we selected clothing, we click on details, the product details will come. So we are just navigating from one location to another. Right. I hope you are clear. Right now, this you need to try. So it's very simple. It's very simple. Nothing happened here. It is just only one level flow. So you are still in the half of routing concepts. There is so much about routing. You will learn so many things more about routing. Right. First, you try all this code. I will upload into the classroom, all the options. Then Monday, we will continue with this. We will see how to use child routes and render them and work with them. Right. Monday, we'll continue. Okay. Right.